Hi, it's 7 o'clock and time to start my live Halloween card tutorial. I'm Shelly Godby, and for 22 years, I've been teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles through my YouTube videos and my Stamping Smiles blog at www.stampingsmiles.com. So I'm so excited to have you here. And today we're going to make a creepy, cute Halloween card with the Stampin' Up! Tricks and Treats bundle. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And please add your comments. I just love getting to visit with you all. And well, Miss Dawn was the first one in. Thank you, Miss Dawn, for joining us. So this is the Trick or Treats bundle. It's in the September through December. There we go. 2023 Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. And so we got the Trick or Treat stamp set, and so stinking cute. We've got Frankenstein that you can do him in 2 colors, and the same with Dracula and the haunted house. My husband and I loved going to haunted houses, and there's some cute stamps in here. And then you have the dies. And so, of course, you can die cut the images, but then you can do even more. We've got Boo, and look at this, the candy corn. You can build a candy corn, stinking cute with the different pieces to it, right? White on the top, I think. What's in the center? Yellow, then orange on the bottom, because that's how we eat them. And then you can make these cool gift bags. Here we go. So here are the candy corn. Oh, yellow's on the bottom. I was trying to remember. And then see these gift bags? Of course, you can do more than Halloween, but they're showing it with the Halloween. So a very nice bundle. So let's go ahead and get started. Got a little bit of die cutting to do, but before we do that, I'm going to do some stamping. And for that, I have some basic white cardstock. Now, whenever you're stamping with white cardstock, you want to use the basic white cardstock. It has a smooth, tight finish to give you crisp, clean images. And my goodness, that's what we want. So I want my haunted house to be black. So I'm using the Tuxedo Black Memento ink pad. There we go. And we've got our haunted house. So we're going to give this a good inking. This is a photopolymer stamp set, meaning the rubber is clear and we can see through it. Come over here. So I'm just giving it a good inking. And this is a solid stamp. So I'm going to hold it down a little bit extra long. It's not that I need to put a ton of pressure on there, but I really want the ink to absorb in and get a good image. And if I don't, well, then we'll flip it over. Well, good evening, Miss Dorothea. I'm so excited you're here. Okay. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. All right. And then I want to die cut the Boo from here. Oh, you know what? I didn't show you the other sheet of dies. Oh, a ghost. You know what? I didn't even see these. I wondered where. Oh my goodness, that ghost is adorable. Wow. Okay. And oh, anyway, I was telling you, I got distracted, didn't I? I want to die cut the Boo. And then after I did, I thought, boy, I sure would like to be able to lift that up. I thought, well, we've got the perfect thing to do that, and that is the foam adhesive sheets. I don't know if you've paid any attention to these in there. They're like dimensionals, but just solid sheets. Well, we can die cut these. So here's what we're going to do. I've got some basic black cardstock, and then we're going to peel this off. Place it on the back. Now, I cut it a little bit smaller so I don't gum up my Stampin' Cut in a Boss machine. Okay. And then we're going to leave that on for die cutting. I almost peeled that off. That would not have been good. So let me grab my Stampin' Cut in a Boss machine. Oh, here we go. Fantastic. Boy, this is a wonderful, wonderful machine. Okay. And then, of course, I'll need my dies. And the plates would be good, huh? All right. So what we need to do now is build up what's called a sandwich. And I'm going to start with plate number 1. This is that thickest plate. All of these are numbered, so that's really nice. But also on here, the directions are printed on here. You don't have to memorize all of this. And then because we're using thin metal dies, we need a plate number 2 to make it just a little bit thicker. And then we need a plate number 3, a cutting pad. Okay. So let's take, I'm going to flip that over. It's a little bit warped, but I figured out what went wrong last week. If you were here on my live, I decided to flip it over because that's what I do to keep them pretty even, but it didn't work. It was warped and it made everything slide. I went, okay, that's what happened. All right, so we're going to place that on there. And then I have this, and I need the die to go with it. And I need to secure this. Not because of last week, but because, although probably not a bad idea, because I need to frame it around here. And I normally do this standing up, and I'm tempted to stand up because I stand over there at the back of my room where it's raised up. That is fantastic. I'm a little bit tall, and so it's nice not stooping over a table. Okay. And then a little bit of washi tape, a Post-it note, painter's tape, something to keep it in place. Now I'm going to take a second plate number 3. Well, let's turn it this way. Plate number 3. And we'll place it on here. I still don't want to scoot it. I just need that to stay in the center. And I certainly don't want to scoot that either. And then just crank this through. There we go. So we're going to see how well this came out. You want to gently pull this off, even though it's washi tape. I have torn my cardstock, so let's be gentle. Okay, here we go. Good. Oh my goodness, I did a good job. Oh, I shouldn't sound so surprised, should I? All right, and then we've got the boo. How about I put this aside and get it out of our way so you can see. Let me get a little bit of lighter color behind me. So this pops right out. I want to put my die back with my dies. And that backing may or may not come with it. And then I have my take your pick tool to push out, so we can see that it's an O. And those come out. Probably easier if that backing stays on. So it's not just all sticking everywhere. Okay. So is everybody having a good day? I start my every morning with, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I tell you, what a wonderful way to start the day as I'm getting out of bed. That wonderful reminder. Okay. But we can compare this on the, essentially the dimensionals compared to just flat when I go to put it on the card. So we got those out, and we'll set that aside. And our haunted house. Isn't that haunted house adorable? Oh my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. It's spooky. It's spooky. Oh, and Miss Dawn says, yes, and you, yes. Every day is a blessing. All right. So this card is really easy. I just showed you the hardest part. All right. So I need one more thing. Everything else is pre-cut, but I'm using the them bones. Okay. I noticed this last time. Okay. My Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine made that move. We want that straight. I didn't notice that till later. I went, wait a minute. I don't like things being cockeyed. The Them Bones Designer Series paper. Isn't this pattern great? So I want a circle, and I'm going to use the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. and I want to catch a moon. I mean, I just stamped it or just punched it before, not even thinking about the moon, but I liked how it ended. So I'm going to come over here and waste just a tiny little bit. And I could have cut this to size, but they're less wasteful to go right to the full sheet. Okay, Shelly. Did I not? Oh, yeah, there it is. It's punched out. I don't know what I'm doing, but we will tear this and get it off. Oh, my goodness. If it's going to happen, it'll happen live, right? Yeah, let's get this out of here. I don't think I've ever had this happen before, but there we go. It's all good. It is all good. And I was going to sponge a background. You know, I was going to do some pumpkin pie to make that night sky and, you know, for the Halloween colors. But why? Why when I have this already? I've got this Them Bones Designer Series paper. And I don't want him squared on there. It's a little bit taller, but I did this on purpose. And look where my moon is. It worked out so doggone well. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. I tease that this is my favorite accessory. We all know it's an adhesive. You just have to humor me. These foam adhesive dots add a lot by adding that dimension, lifting it up. And so we're going to take our thumbnail to make that edge pop up. There we go. And I'm being mindful of where that moon is, and I do want to come down off of it a little bit. So there's more sky. Looking good. All right. And so then I'm going to put it on here. It will be centered on my basic gray cardstock, but I want to do something more to it. I thought, okay. So what I have is the Whisper White craft pad. It's a pigment ink, and it will show up on colored cardstock. I thought I was grabbing the bats, and I grabbed the stars. I thought, well, that will work, because I don't know if you can see that, but in here are white stars, and that was just going to continue it. I thought that is so cool. So I'm going to just start adding stars for my night sky. I'll rotate this and we'll go off the edge a little bit so it's seamless. You know, I didn't want you rotate because I didn't, well, you want it to be more varied. If you kept the same pattern, it would be really odd. Okay, and I don't need to do the center, but isn't this nice? All these stars and the way it shows up. All right. And let's go over here. I don't know if you've used the Whisper White pad before or not, but very nice. Now it comes uninked, but it comes with the refill. And I believe it does that because some of them were ending up leaking by the time it got to us. So you just ink it yourself. So we've got that. And then I was still wishing I had done the bats. And I thought, well, I can't now because of the pigment ink. I thought, well, we're going to see what happens if I just stamp over top of it anyway. So I thought it would resist the classic ink. Well, this isn't classic, but you know, the water-based. And much to my delight, I could see it over top of the white. Well, yay, life is good. Okay, so our stamping is done. Let's go ahead and we'll put this on the center, in the center. And I have Stampin' Seal, and this is a fantastic adhesive. Do you see where it's a little opaque? I put my finger there. Fantastic. And center that on. And it's looking oh so good. We've got stars, we've got bats, we've got stars and bats in here, and our moon. And so you are welcome to ask me any questions. That's what I'm here for. That's part of the live, is the fun of being able to do to have that access, the immediate feedback. So here's another pattern of the Them Bones 12 by 12 designer series paper in that holiday mini. And it says boo. So, all right, where'd that go? Here we go. We've got our Stampin' seal. Just look and see if there are any other comments. People are pretty quiet tonight. All right. Just centering, have that on there. And the more Stampin' seal. Yeah, Stampin' seal. And I played around with different ways, if I was going to do landscape instead of portrait, and I almost came down here. I really like things to be even. And so I ended up still going the same distance from the top and the right and the left side. And the boo I was planning on doing up here, which of course you could, but it gave me the balance putting it down here instead. And so there it is raised up like the house and just really stands out as opposed to just flat. And the adhesive is already on here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to give this a lift with more Stampin' Dimensionals. There we go. We'll do one in the center because this is a big piece. There we go. And so everything I'm demonstrating with this evening is available to order in my online store. Nothing was in low inventory. But, things like that can change on a dime. Let me bring this back. It's hard to see the black on the black. That's a cool background anyway. So, if you want something, just go ahead and get it. There we go. Oh my goodness. The haunted houses are so much fun. I don't know why it's fun to be scared. Actually, I just sit there and giggle because I know they can't touch me. But there's something fun about that for sure. And then my boo. There we go. And so how easy that was to make a scary cute Halloween card with the Tricks and Treats stamp set and dies. And don't forget the second sheet. Look at that ghost. He's awesome. And more tags if you decide you'd like to do, and anything, but gift bags or whatever. And so I am so glad you joined me this evening. I am really having a lot of fun doing these lives and getting to interact with you. Oh, I should bring this back, right? Because I've shown you the card. Let's do this. There we go. And so thank you for joining me. And let's see. Oh, okay. I like the boo raise too. Okay, fantastic. And great project. Oh, you're so welcome, Miss Janice. And Miss Dawn loves it. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, so unless I can wait a moment and see if there are any other questions or comments you'd like. If I don't see anything, the September through December catalog, it runs September through December. Found out I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you that. So anyway, maybe we won't tell. I don't know if that's been announced yet. So if there's something you want, because we've had some things run out, like I said, I recommend you get on over to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com, and place that order right away. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.